Hey y'all. I am very much emotionally, I don't know if it's because I'm on my period. I don't know if it's because I've been trying to date and getting back into online dating and it's been trash like it's always been. But okay, I'll explain. So, most of y'all know who's been watching me for like months and years knows that my ex-boyfriend, the guy I dated who would dump me all the time and then would come back and want to fuck me, and then it didn't happen, and then he started berating me and talking shit to me in my comments and just in general talking shit about me. Hey, talking shit about me. He moved to Florida. And ever since I realized he moved to Florida, I feel like maybe I should move too. I feel like I have not been able to find any love. I mean, me and him broke up like the end of 2017, and we used to make videos together. And then he got with another girl like a month later, and then he would still, even when he was dating that bitch, still reach out to me multiple times. And after they broke up, he was trying to have sex with me. And then since I didn't want to be his fuck buddy, he stopped talking to me and he cussed me out. And we get on here talking all this shit. Anyway, my point is, says no, man, Florida, not Florida. Okay, well, anyway, me and him used to go to Florida all the time. Me and him used to go to Florida all the time to visit his mom. That's where his mom lives. And and the thing that pisses me off about the fact that he moved to Florida is because he told me out of his own fucking mouth, Olivia, I hate the beach. I mean, I hate the beach. When we would go there and I'd want to go to the beach, he would act like he hated the beach and talk about how it reminded him of the Navy and how it reminded him of working because he was in the Navy, and he wanted to go to a bar instead. And I would accept that because I get it. Okay, he has issues and he has trauma because of the beach, right? And then now you're all of a sudden you're living basically by the beach, right? And you don't like the beach, and now you act like you love the beach. So what the fuck is it? I mean, it's only been like a few years. It's not like it's been decades since we would go to Florida. So it's only been like a few short fucking years. Anyway, my point is, y'all, when we would go to Florida, he would act like he hated the beach, and he would act like he loved Georgia so much. Oh, I'm so glad to be back home to Georgia when we would come back. Okay, when we would come back from Florida, he'd be like, oh my God, I'm so happy to be back here in Georgia without the beach. But now you're living by the goddamn beach. Okay. Anyway, y'all. And then when we first started dating, he would say stuff like, "Oh, if I were to get married, I would maybe like to live in Florida. Would you ever like to live in Florida?" I told him, "Yes. I mean, I love the beach. I'm a beach person, okay, y'all. I love the beach and I love Florida." And I would tell him, "Yes, I would love to live in Florida one day if you want to." And then he started like, "Oh, no, I don't want to live in Florida. I don't like the beach that much." And then years later, he's living by the beach. And then when he reconnected with me before he moved, before I even knew he was going to move, he would tell me, "Oh, I'm never going to sell my house anytime soon because my house has a lot of value. And my house has a lot of value, Olivia. I would not want to sell it. I'm going to stay here in ATL for a long time." So when he moved, I had no idea he was going to move. Okay. When he was trying to hit me up for a fuck buddy, I had no idea he was going to move anytime soon. And when he reached out to me to try to talk to me again, he told me, "Oh, Olivia, you could have saw me before, but you didn't because but you didn't, so that's your fault." Like, I'm pissed off. So I feel like I'm really heartbroken. I feel like the only thing I have left is to try to move to Florida so I could find. I mean, maybe I can. You know how these girls from other countries do it? They find these men, these simp ass dudes from America, to fly them out to live in their house. I want to do the same thing, but with a dude from Florida, not my ex, but another dude. I want another dude. I want some guy that's really thirsty, down on his luck, but he has money, and I want him to fly me out or drive up here to come get my ass and move me down there to Florida with him. Maybe if I feel more close to my ex like I used to, maybe I'd heal. I don't know. Somebody, will your parents pay for you to move out to Florida and pay your bills and rent? Okay. Well, no, I want a man to pay it now because I don't want my parents to have that over my head. He's trying to live his life and you should be doing the same, dating other men. I've been trying to date other men and they all suck. So what else do I have left? I have nothing else left. I need to find a man that I need to go online. I need to go on eHarmony or Christian Mingle or some site that these men are super thirsty for a relationship or marriage. And I need to find a guy who lives in Florida. And maybe he will take care of me and drive me down to Florida with him. I don't know. I just feel like if I were to move, I wanted to be with somebody else, not just by myself. I don't want to be the first time I move out of my parents' house to be alone. And I think part of it, I feel guilty because when me and my ex were dating, I kind of halfway lived at his house, but I didn't totally live at his house. And you know how you have half your stuff at a man's house and you stay there half the time, but you're not there all the time. He would always be like, "Oh, why don't you stay here the full time?" And then I grew up old school. My parents would always tell me, "Oh, if he doesn't want to marry you, why would you move totally into his house?" And I believed that shit, but I realized maybe my parents were telling me wrong to cock block me. So I'm mad as fuck, y'all. And I feel like maybe if I would have totally moved in with my ex, got pregnant by him, he would have never moved to Florida. He would have never left me. He would have, never had a reason to move to Florida because, the last time we talked, he told me, "Oh, well, there was no reason for me to stay there in Georgia." And it makes me fucking mad. It makes me fucking mad. It makes me feel like if I would have gotten pregnant, if I would have fully moved in with him, not just partially, but fully moved in with him, and actually stay there 24/7, maybe he would have never moved to Florida. Maybe we would have been a fucking happy family by now. And I'm having the worst time dating. It's fucking depressing. I don't want to start crying on this goddamn video, but I really feel like if either I would have had sex with him again before he moved, maybe he would have never moved. I feel like maybe if I would have totally moved in with him before we broke up, maybe he would have never fucking moved. And it's crazy because he acted like he didn't like the beach. When we would go on vacations, he acted like he didn't like the fucking beach. And I was the one that loved the beach. And then now he's living by the goddamn beach. And he just fucking pulled a goddamn fast one on me. And now I have nothing. Dating here sucks in Atlanta. Don't move to Atlanta. If you're not from Atlanta, if you're not, if you don't live here, if you don't have family here, don't fucking move here. It's trash. Men suck, especially if you're black. Especially if you're a black woman, okay? I don't know what it's like being a white girl trying to date in Atlanta, but being a black girl trying to date Atlanta is trash. And, I date all types of dudes. Yeah, I date mostly black men, but I date all types of dudes. So it's not just because I date black men that it's bad. It's all around bad if you're a black girl. But anyway, I just wish I would have moved in with him when we were dating. I wish I would have gotten pregnant by him. I really do. I really do. And I know that's stupid to say because he never told me he loved me. He never was overly affectionate with me. And he was into himself more than he was into me. So I kind of wish I would have trapped him like some of these bitches trap these dudes. I really do wish I would have trapped him. And, I would look down on girls who would want to trap their men, but I can see why you would want to trap your men now because I'm heartbroken. I feel just as bad as I did when we broke up years ago. He never told me he loved me, and I would, in conscious, I would never want to live with someone who never told me he loved me. I would never want to live with someone who, when we would travel, he didn't want to do half the shit that I wanted to do. Honestly, it seemed like he hated traveling with me. Like, his sister was the main one trying to entertain me when we would travel together versus him. Like, he acted like he just wanted to sit around his mama's house and smoke. And he didn't want to go to the beach, but now you living by the beach and you love the fucking beach. So I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. And then, before he even moved, he didn't tell me he was going to move, y'all. It was a complete surprise to me earlier this year when I realized he moved. Because when he reached out to me in 2019 trying to be my fuck buddy. He didn't tell me he was planning on moving. He just said, "Oh, I just want to be you to be my fuck buddy because I don't want a relationship." So it's just like, okay, so I go from being a girlfriend that you don't even love to being a potential fuck buddy to you just moving, and you just go away. You don't even tell me until you're actually living there. You've been living there for months. And it's just ridiculous. I feel like I really have to go find a man who lives in Florida to court me and make me live down there. So maybe I can feel better. Maybe I can feel more connected to him, my ex, and maybe I can feel like I can move on in some way. Because me and my ex used to live only like a few minutes away from each other. We used to live like 5 minutes away from each other. So maybe if I find a guy who lives in this area and I can get on like online and find a guy who's that thirsty who would move me down there and take care of me, I would be happy. I think I should do that. I should find a white guy or something, an old white guy. She hates Shira because she failed to level up. Oh, I don't hate Shira. I mean, I don't hate her. I honestly just talk about her because I'm a troll. I don't necessarily hate Shira. That's a misconception. I don't necessarily hate her. I just think that she's not God, and I don't think she can tell people how to find a man when she has this ugly ass dude. And the only way she has this ugly ass dude that no one else would want, unless it was just for his money, right? And she's trying to preach to y'all that like she has this fucking fine ass man who is not cheating on her, which he is cheating on her. So it's like, I don't think she's God. I don't like to worship other YouTubers. I don't hate her, but I don't like to worship other YouTubers because they give advice. So I don't hate her. I just don't like to worship somebody that's on the fucking internet like I am. I mean, and the reason why I talk about her a lot is because people like me to talk about her. I don't just talk about her because I'm obsessed. People tell me to talk about her. So if you wouldn't have mentioned her, I wouldn't even said anything about her in this video. Shut up. I don't care about She Raised 7. Like, She Raised 7 is basically... She only got James because she's light-skinned. In the black community, light-skinned is just seen like liquid gold. And that's the only reason why she got James and his bank account. I mean, he's ugly, but I'm just saying, like, most of these dark-skinned black men, they just only date light-skinned women anyway. It was her skin tone, not her leveling up skills. It's her skin tone. I mean, I'm not totally dark, but shit, I'm not like her color, so I'm not gonna get somebody who's just gonna throw money at me. I have to try harder than the average light-skinned bitch. So to talk about, oh, you didn't level up like her. Well, bitch, I don't have the same phenotype and the same ancestry and phenotype and light skin as her. It's a totally different ball game from women who are darker than her. It is a totally different ball game. Okay? It is. I don't care what you say. She's half Rican. Exactly. She's half Latina. I'm not half Latina. It's a totally different ball game for women who are mixed race. So it is what it is. So I think it's pandering when she tries to tell these black women to level up when, these black women who don't look like her can never be on her status level when it comes to a certain type of man. It's just not going to happen. These type of men look for women like She Raised 7 who look like her. So she's not universally friendly. It's not my fault for failing to level up. It's, I mean, I guess it's my fault that I'm not as light as her. Like, I mean, I'm not half Latina. Anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, I just want to move. I just want to move. I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna find a man who lives in Florida and move down there so I can feel like I'm closer to my ex, because I don't have any options here in Georgia. It's trash. Like, Atlanta's trash. Atlanta's trash. Dating here is trash. No matter how leveled up you are, dating here is fucking trash. You may think Atlanta is amazing because of what you see on TV and reality TV shows, but it's not. It's trash. The men here suck. There's more women here than straight men, so they think that they have all these goddamn options. So, and it makes them feel like they're the prize, not you. You got to be mindful, y'all. Shira lives in Texas. It's totally different in Texas than it is here in Georgia, okay? Where she lives, it's totally different. Like I said, her phenotype, her race, her skin tone is totally different than mine. And, you know, she has a different outcome because she's lighter than me, or lighter than most black women my color or darker, okay? And she has a totally different outcome. It's not me hating. I'm just being honest. She can pull somebody like James with his type of money because of her skin tone. I don't hate the woman at all. Like, seriously, I don't hate this woman. People assume that I hate her because I be talking shit, but half the time I just be joking. I just be joking because I know it gets me some comments, it gets me some views, it gets me some money. And you know, it is what it is. I don't hate the woman though, really. Like, if I were to see her in real life, I would not try to fight her or spit on her or nothing crazy. I don't care. And it's not about failing to level up. Y'all got to realize she has an advantage in the black community because she's biracial. I'm not biracial. Half of y'all who watch her are not biracial. So you don't have the same advantage. She has a light-skinned biracial advantage. Y'all gotta realize, okay? She can tell you all the fucking level up skills you want to. If you were to do a lineup and put her and your black ass next to her, the rich man's gonna pick her because she's light-skinned and she's biracial. That's just what it is. No, you mad and getting clout. What do you mean? Who would be mad at getting clout? Anyway, y'all, I want to move near my ex so I can feel better about myself and I can feel like I'm doing something in my life because these men in Atlanta are trash. And yeah, that's all I wanted to make a live about. I'm glad I didn't get too emotional because I don't want to sit here and cry for fucking 20 minutes. So yeah, I get hit on all the time. I get hit on at work all the time. Good for you. Anyway, there's a simp out there, and I need to find a white simp. I need to find a white guy. You know, it's easier when you're browner skinned. I'll tell you this: when you're browner skinned, like me, get a white man. They put you on a pedestal. These black ass dudes do not. They don't. They don't care about you that much. They like your booty, but they don't like you. You know, just like with She-Ra 7, she got a man hella dark, way darker than her, way darker than her. Okay, and I guess he puts her on a pedestal. So I feel like when you're darker skinned, find a white guy or maybe a Hispanic guy who puts darker skinned women on a pedestal. You'll probably do better in your leveling up career and finding a man. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to find a white guy who lives in Florida, and I'm gonna try to move in with a guy. You know, I feel bad that I didn't move with my ex. I loved him so much. I really did. He was like, and I still love him. And I hate that I love somebody who treated me like shit, but I loved him and I want to trauma bond with someone else. I want to love someone else. I do. I want to love someone else. So, anyway, bye y'all.